Okay, we'll do the final press conference of the 27 Michelin Le Mans Cup. I think it's fair to say that was one of the most dramatic finishes to a season I've ever seen. I will start with our newly crowned champions, the number 46 Epi Motors Lamborghini Huracan of Emanuele Busnelli, Fabio Bobini. They finished fourth in this race to give them 104.5 points to the number 7 Lee Moll's 102.5. But let's go through 2 wins, 2 thirds, 4 poles to take the championship. So congratulations, guys. Emanuele, you started the race. You had the problem with the ABS, as Fabio said, destroyed the tyre. Can you talk us through the start of the race and your thoughts when that tyre exploded?
Oh, I mean, it was very. I could not even believe about that, because the car was perfect, the first in the beginning the car was absolutely perfect. Then I believe it was the third lap that the ABS have some problems on the backside, so the rear left tires have a flat spot, and so I mean that lap was quite complicated because the car have a huge vibration, and the lap after actually the front tire, right front tire, exposed. So since then, I mean, I try to come back to the pit as fast as I can, and actually I destroyed almost all the front of the car. And the guy very quickly they changed the tires, and actually the car, even without most of the body from the front, was not that bad to drive. And then unfortunately, I mean, we have to, when I stop, I give the car to Fabio, we have to rebuild completely the car. It was very, I mean, very sad, because we have few problems during all the seasons, and we already drove very well. I make 4 pole, as you said before, and it was a great improvement for me during the year, great improvement from the team, from the car, so we really deserve this championship actually.
I think it's fair to say that was an up and down emotions. When you were out of the car and Fabio was in the car, you must have been down and then went up and then down and then up.
Absolutely yes, yeah, absolutely yes. Because at the beginning, it was we saw the Lamborghini going so fast, and then the Mercedes coming up, but then. They did such a great job, and they passed in the front. So I mean, until they didn't pass the Mercedes didn't pass the other Lamborghini. I mean, we were, let me say, still thinking that we could win. But then we don't know what's happened to the Lambo that stopped, and so it was a very, very, very strange race today. Very, very strange.
Well, let's go in this evening. We'll enjoy, when you received your championship-winning trophy, we'll enjoy the party this evening.
Absolutely, yes. That was my dream, and that is a dream that come true.
Fabio, you took over the car. You had a great battle with Stevie Hess with the other Lamborghini. And you were... Sorry, you weren't having a battle, you were watching what was going on. As I said, did you know what happened to the number 8? While you were in the car?
No, during the race, only the engineering for me is the gap from another Mercedes in back of me. It's important to save the position, because for the 5th position it's possible to stay in the same position, because our car, when you repair, is okay for the first 5 laps, and after this I have more vibration in the car. It's not possible to push more. I save the car, I stay out from the corps many times. Because I not have the perfect car in the second part of the race, but for me the race is finished when I jump in the car, because it's not possible to push, it's not possible to take the podium. No, this is the gap for 4 laps for me is important to save the 1 hour for the race, and to save the car and to stay to the finish lap. But this is a very good job from the team during the pit stop, save the car, repair the car, and for Emanuele to return to the pit with the destroyed car.
In your career, you've won many things. How does this rank the Michelin Le Mans Cup champion. How does this rank in your career?
Yeah, but the Michelin Cup is another championship. Is important. All the championship is important for the career of the driver. The racing for me is a life. I race from 32 years. I'm very happy to have this dream to return to Le Mans, because I ran to Le Mans for 7 times. And to return again with Le Mans with Emanuele is my dream. It's possible it's the last dream, I don't know, but it's clear it's important dream for my 48 years old.
Well, congratulations to you,
Thank you.
Emanuele, and the Ebi Motors team. Fantastic season. In first place are our LMP3 champions, won the last race of the season. That makes it 5 in a row for Alex Toril and Jean Glorio. In the number 3 DKR engineer Norma Nissan. 5 wins, 6 poles, 6 podiums. That's a pretty good hit rate, guys, from 7 starts. Alex, you started the race. You had that battle with Tony Wells in the number 79 Nielsen Racing Ligier at the start. Talk us through that and the red flags and everything else, the safety cars and everything else.
Yeah, it's been, like you were saying, first, it's been a great season, and it's amazing to have that achievement, to have so many wins in a row, and to have so many poles. I think we have all the poles without one, which was Red Bull Ring. So I think this is special to have and to win a championship this way. We already did it in Spa, but still special. And back to the race today, yeah, it was hard first in, especially the start. I took it really easy. I was not clear in the first corner with Anthony Wells, so I let him through. But I knew I was going to catch him. My pace was higher, and not even before the first lap I already was in the lead of the race. Then I started to push. I opened a nice gap, but unfortunately, then with the safety car, I lost all the advantage I had twice. But it was good, and I had a fight with Capadia, but it's the same. I knew it was not my fight, so I kept the car in a good pace, keep doing good laps, and brought the car to John with a higher advantage as possible.
As I said, you won the championship in Spa at Jean's home race, but to win the final race as champions, how important was that for you and the team?
Yeah, I mean it's just a confirmation from the whole pace and the results we had this year. Today was a little bit more interesting race. We swapped the roles. I did the start, and we tried for John to do the second stint. I think regarding the times and everything, I think we will go back to the normal procedure. But as I said, it was good fun. It was nice to do the start for once, to warm up, to know how the whole procedure, warm up the tires, and also control the safety car twice with both good restarts. So, as you said, it's pretty special to win the last race, to go out of and close this championship with another win, increasing our already good advantage in points, and hoping the best for next season.
Alex, congratulations. Jean, as I say, you took over the car. You did a bit of a lock-up on your first lap. We all noticed the smoke coming off the tyres. Went, ooh, what happened there?
Yeah, not only on my first lap, I did a couple of lockups because Noble was pushing very hard. He was coming right back at me. So during that, I think it was Noble. Yeah. So I actually destroyed the tires at that moment, and that made my second part of the stint quite hard.
You were having a great battle with Colin Noble there. He was really pushing you hard until he got the penalty for. I think he was pushing too hard because he had got a track limits ping. But how were you in control of that situation, or were you having to watch your mirrors every corner to see where he was?
Yeah, I was really watching my mirrors. I think it was definitely the most difficult stint of the year, and maybe the most difficult stint of my life, I would say.
And at the end, Andy Merrick was catching as well, but again, were you in control of that situation?
Well, by then, as I explained already, the tires were really destroyed, front tires and back tires, but mostly the ones on the front. It was very difficult to stop the car. But looking in the mirrors and trying to handle the situation best I could, and I'm happy that it turned out that way.
I know I asked this question in Spa, but you've now had a month to think about it. How important was this championship to you and Alex and the team?
Well, of course, very important. If you compete in this kind of championship, and any championship you're there to fight for the win. And at the start of the season, we realized that we were really up to the pace. We had the pace to win, but actually to think that we would have won this championship in the beginning of the year, I wouldn't have believed it.
And your plans 2018, do you think there's a chance of you being at the 24 Hours of Le Mans next year?
There is always a chance for everything, so, but I cannot say how big this chance will be.
Anyway, congratulations to you both and the DKR engineer team. Alex, you want to say something else?
Yeah, I think it's like John was saying, it's been at the beginning of the season, like we was saying, the Spa was pretty special not to know, and I think it's good to mention the effort by whole the team preparing the car and with really less run, and I think the amazing job John did to go back to up to the pace and to improve race by race. It's quite notable, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to maybe repeat this pair again. We need to discuss over the winter, maybe some proper wine, but anyway, I think it's a good job. I want just to mention the job of the team because it's a team effort, and without them we would have not making. We had always a brilliant car, and this made it possible also to win in this way.
Well said. Thank you, Alex. And our GT3 winners for the first time this year, the number 20 Golf Racing UK Porsche 911 GT3, Andrew Baker and Ben Barker. Andrew, you finished second in Spa, so came here on a good position, but you went one stage further. A good race. Talk us through your start, because it must have been very difficult from where you were starting.
Yeah, it was pretty tricky. One of the things with all of this, we haven't had a lot of time in the car, and you know, when you're working with a team, you begin to realise just how important it is, the team emphasis of pulling something like this together. So I'll say now, I've got the team to thank for the way in which they've prepared me for this. We've done 2 races. Probably a little bit of regret that we couldn't do the full championship, but who knows what will happen next year. It was tricky to start with. It was difficult to get heat in the tyres, but my instructions, because I usually follow instructions, particularly from Matt, were to try and hang on. I mean, I'll come to this guy in a minute, yeah. But it was that was my duty. I had a bit of a spin, sort of about halfway through the stint, and you know, the gods must have really been smiling on me today, because as soon as I did that, safety car. So it enabled me to catch the pack, and I continued hanging on. This guy here, who provides me with all my support and tuition, is mega, and we knew that if we could hang on to the pack, we had a reasonable chance of getting a podium, and so it turned out. It's a difficult circuit. It's not easy to drive. It was the first time I'm racing here, but you know, like all of these things, it's experience in the bank, and you move forward. So let's wait and see what happens next year.
This championship's all about the bronze drivers, and do you feel that's a good plus point for this championship?
Sorry, say it again.
I said this is about bronze drivers. This championship is all about you guys, the bronze drivers, not the professional drivers. Do you think that's a big plus point for this championship?
Oh, undoubtedly, because you know, the pro drivers, they all know, you know, what their capabilities are, and I suppose if you stick them all in the same car, there's probably not going to be a lot between them. But it's about a team thing, because your strategy is really important during the course of the race, and you know, a good team manager like the one we've got, Matt, you know, they can calculate all of this, but it's about sticking to what the plan is, and if you're able to do that, you find it works. It's pretty good.
And it's a nice view from the top step of the podium.
Do you know what? I really like it.
Well, come back next year. We'll see if we can get you back up there again, okay?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Ben, congratulations. We were talking just before we were in Japan last weekend, where you didn't even get to go in the car because of the weather. You come here, the sun's shining, and you get a victory. So not a bad turnaround in a week.
Yeah, no, it's nice to actually finally drive. Long way back from Japan, just about got over the jet lag. And yeah, what a race, you know. At the end of the day, the car has to be handed over in position. For for me to challenge, and the car was good, the setup was good, the front end was working the whole way through, and yeah, we came away with a win. So I just got in the car and just drove the socks off it, really. That's all I could do, and then found that I had quite good pace, and then it was just a case of sort of moderating the tyres, because I didn't know how much they were going to fall away from me or not. But Matt, they stayed in, the tyres stayed in, thank you very much. And yeah, it was just about moderating the gap towards the end, and to get the win, our first win, is fantastic, and hopefully long may it continue.